got 4 dragon packs sitting right here. And in a few minutes, we're gonna crack them all. My very first dragon pack. Not because I'm wealthy, not because I am particularly good at making financial decisions, and definitely not because this is what my accountant would recommend. I don't have an accountant. But before we tear into these packs and turn several months of financial responsibility into cardboard, let's talk about how we got here. Because if you're new to Wonders of the First, these might just look like some fancy, really cool booster packs. But for a lot of players, these packs represent a very specific moment in the game's history. And that history is crazier than a lot of people think. Welcome to Visage Roulette.
We have liftoff.
Now, to understand why people get so excited for dragon packs, we gotta go all the way back to April of 2024. Wonders of the First launched on a Kickstarter. Founder Jeff French had previously run a company called Bloxpack, an NFT-based digital collectibles company. So right out of the gate, this wasn't necessarily being pitched as just being a physical card game. Part of that vision included NFTs tied to a physical card. And the campaign absolutely exploded. The funding goal of $25,000 was hit incredibly fast. I forgot to check a text message fast. And by the time that campaign ended, it had raised well over $1 million from thousands of backers. But almost immediately, 2 things happened that hit the project pretty hard. First, AI generated art. Now, I did an interview with Gertius. You can see the link down below. A large portion of the AI art used tools like Mid-Journey, and people noticed pretty quickly. Some thought it looked unique, others thought it looked inconsistent and derivative. And the debates got loud, like really loud. And even today, it's still kind of loud. The internet reacted exactly the way the internet always reacts. Calmly, respectfully, with absolutely no overreaction whatsoever. I'm kidding. It was the internet. The second issue, some people noticed a number of backers pledging at the highest tiers, and they began asking whether this player base was actually genuine or a giant collector and investor rush. And at this point, everybody's being friendly. You've got everyone arguing about the art, and clearly that's obviously what gets this project in trouble, right? Nope. Kickstarter stepped in and gave the team an ultimatum. The NFT redemption reward violated platform policy. Kickstarter's own public statement indicated the issue was the NFT, not the AI artwork. Now imagine raising over $1 million and then getting an email that basically says, congratulations, also stop. And here's where things get memorable. Jeff French posted, and summarizing, we will not remove the campaign. Kickstarter can kick rocks and Buddha. There are PR approved responses, there are professional responses, and then there's whatever category that fell in. The campaign was ultimately removed. However, days later, it relaunched, and then it funded again. Some say in under a minute, which is honestly one of the wildest things in this story. Most projects don't survive getting pulled from a Kickstarter. Wonders got pulled, came back, and funded again, which is basically the business equivalent of getting hit by a truck and immediately asking if anybody else wants to turn. And if you're wondering where people landed on all of this, the answer is yes. All of the positions, people were all over the map. Some people wanted nothing to do with it. Others doubled down and supported it even harder. And meanwhile, these dragon packs have been sitting on my shelf judging me. Open us. No, we're learning. We're almost there. Stay with me. Then something important happened. The conversation slowly drifted away from the controversy and towards the game itself. Brian Tinsman came on as one of the game's head designer. And if that name doesn't mean anything to you, he spent years working on Magic the Gathering and has contributed to dozens of other games that millions across the world play. So whatever your drama of this launching of this game is, the actual game suddenly had a serious design pedigree behind it. March of 2025, the first set would come out called Exist. Real cards, real decks, real gameplay. For the first time, people could stop arguing about what the game might become and actually start playing it. So one Kickstarter, one controversy, one relaunch, and 4 Dragon Packs still waiting. We're almost there. Then came Call of the Stones. The player base grew, the competitive scene grew, collectors started chasing cards, and content creators really got serious about covering the game. And somehow, this thing that began as a controversial Kickstarter became an actual trading card game with tournaments, deck building, collectors, and a growing community. And for me personally, that's where things got interesting. I wasn't there on day one, and I'm gonna be very honest with you. I saw the Kickstarter come out, and I did not back it because I saw the controversy and I did not think that there was going to be a future in this game. I thought it was a money grab. And when I saw it get pulled, I almost validated my rationale behind it. However, like a lot of people, the curiosity started to get the better of it. And fast forward to today, I have traveled to events, I have interviewed creators, I have interviewed players, I have played in those tournaments, I have built decks, I have lost, I have won, and I have introduced new players to this game. And I have fully invested a lot of time and money into this game. And somehow, I still find myself preparing for the next SEG Con like it's my very first time, which is not a sentence I expected to say a year ago. So let's recap. NFT controversy, AI artwork controversy. And I will say that it has been said that the AI art done on these cards is first touched by a human first before AI gets a hold of it. And if you want more information about that, you can go watch some of the interviews that I've done. And you can go Google it yourself. But let's move on. The Kickstarter removal, the relaunch, the existence set, the Call of the Stone set, competitive tournaments, world champions, and somehow it has led to me somehow getting a hold of 4 Dragon Packs. If you have made it this far without commenting, just open the packs already. Congratulations. You are my target audience. Now, let's see if these things are worth the financial damage. All right, pack number 1. Let's see if my financial future survives this. This is actually my very first Dragon Pack that I have ever opened. Alrighty. Like I said, you're going to get a lot of formless foil. Every card in this pack will be a formless foil. Very pretty. Ooh, we got an epic token. We got an OCM. You can see it's an OCM by the number right there. I got 85 out of 99. And that's a token. And sorry guys, this is like the first time I've ever even opened up cards on a cam before too. Alright, it's a pretty good pull. You got an OCM right off the bat. Alright. My second pack. We're officially past the point of no return, which is coincidentally is also how I describe most of my hobbies. Alright, here we go. Common formless foil land, common forest foil land. Got a rare formless foil. An epic. Oh, I actually like Quantumville. Actually just bought one of those off eBay not too long ago. Although I would never play with these cards in a competitive environment. Got another OCM. Number 1 out of 75. Very cool. Got a token, foamless foil, a uncommon there, and another one. All right, that's 2 OCMs right off the bat. I actually believe that I keep acting like I'm surprised, but I think every pack has like 4 out of the packs out of the 8 or whatever will have 4 OCMs on it. Comment below what's been your guys' biggest pulls off the Dragon Packs. All right, here we go. 3rd pack. At this point, I'm emotionally invested, financially invested, and unfortunately, I am YouTube invested. So here we go. Nightfall Scavenger. I actually have a really cool episode coming out where you will see this guy again very soon. Stay tuned for that one. All right, you got a land, you got a spell that is Curse. All right, that's a nice epic formless foil. Another OCM. 1 out of 9. I guess if I'm going to get the commons for OCMs and uncommons, it's nice that I keep getting the 1s. We got an Emerald Hawk there, which is great. Token. All right. Very cool. All right. I am on pack number 4. I'm either about to pull something incredible or this entire episode becomes a cautionary tale. That was weird. That one was already kind of cracked there a little bit. Oh, that one's tough. All right. Trying to be careful because these cards are worth a lot more. All right. Here we go. Act number 4. You got a land, common, Boric Salvage Hound, who doesn't like that card. All right, rare. You got an epic, Ironhorn the Unstoppable. Another, there's my OCM, 36 out of 99. And it's a common there. All right, another token, another uncommon. All right, that pack was a little less eventful, but really cool. Obviously, I think my biggest pulls are going to be the OCMs here. All right, I would say my biggest pulls were obviously the OCMs. Got 36 out of 99. Got a 85 out of 99. 1 out of 99. And 1 out of 75. Very cool. And then we got a couple of epic formless foils. Got the Dark Evil of Instradrad and extracted fungal goo. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna get these put in some formless sleeves here. Put them in some hard cases, some magnetic cases, and gonna wrap it up here. All right, back to the episode. Before we wrap up, quick channel update. We're almost 50 subscribers away from our giveaway milestone. Once we hit 100 subscribers, one subscriber is going to be walking away with a Wonders of the First 2-player starter deck, completely unopened, completely free. So if you're enjoying the content and you're not subscribed yet, now's a pretty good time. And while we're doing giveaways, this card isn't the giveaway, but the code on screen, first person to redeem it gets the promo pack. 1 per household. Good luck. Well, the financial responsibility is definitely gone. The dragon packs are definitely gone. The odds of making a good decision remain unchanged. And if you're new here, welcome to Visage Roulette, where every story begins with a roll. And I'll see you on the other side.
Every story begins with a roll. And I'll see you on the other side.